Hello, thanks for joining me today, the Jimmy Jam Oracle, and today we are doing a reading for Quirky Love Rosie. She's getting a little bit popular, and I haven't really seen much of her once again, so I thought I'd do another reading for her. We're going to do a Celtic cross. We're going to ask the spirits to help us out today and thank them for joining us. And thank you for joining me today as well. And let's get started. I'm shuffling the deck right now. We're focusing our energy on Rosie. We're going to ask the spirits, like, where is she headed? Where is she going? What's happening? Celtic crosses are really great for that because they delve into the present, the past, and just a peek into the future. That's why they're so popular. All right, Quirky Love Rose. Alright, I like getting a good shuffle in, even though this is probably the most boring part. Alright, let's get started. We are going to start with the first card. It is Quirky's card. It's her current state. What state is she in? She is in the Six of Rods. And is reversed. It says excess pride, lack of recognition, and punishment. I think it's the lack of recognition. This is a common, well, not super common, but I've gotten this card before for the ladies of War World. Just not being able to like recognize the situation she's in, her own behavior. Basically, her head is kind of up in the clouds. Vibes I'm getting from this. Right? Yeah. And it also talks about like excess pride. Just, you know, as it says, it's just she's super proud of herself, and the lack of recognition tied into that is pretty much saying like, yeah, she's super like proud of herself, but she doesn't understand just like how she shouldn't be, you know. Or basically, it's like she can't see like how flawed she is. Or maybe she can. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't really watch Quirky Love Rose. We have the second card. This is her obstacle card. So what is her obstacle? We have the Four of Rods. More rods. Where's the four? Oh, here we go. It is right side up, and it says community, home, and celebration. So this is an obstacle for her, this community, this home. Maybe is it her actual like YouTube community, or maybe it's actual like home, like her, I don't know. I think, does she live with her mom? There's something about like the homestead that's not stable, or it's just not good for her physically or mentally. So they're saying like that's the obstacle. Or maybe again talks about community. It could very well be like her own like family, like that's a community as well. Let's continue, move on to the third card. The third card is basically what she's currently thinking or feeling right now. It could be a fear, it could be a wish, or her head could be in the clouds. That's usually what the Seven of Cups reads, but it is, oops, I hit the wrong button. The Seven of Cups, but is reversed. So what is it? It says lack of purpose, diversion, and confusion. Okay, so like if this ties into the lack of recognition, she could be very well completely like blocked off to the fact that she doesn't have a purpose, or maybe she feels like she doesn't have a purpose. It calls for diversion, so maybe like she's looking for things to keep her mind off of that. Confusion about what it doesn't specifically say. Maybe she's just confused about her own thoughts and feelings, or about the current situation she's in, or maybe like she's wanting to be home, but there's something about home that isn't quite right. Let's continue to the fourth card, which is a distant past foundation. So how did we get here, Rosie? We got here with the Fool. Fool is right side up. It says innocence, new beginnings, and free spirit. Also could be like acting the Fool. Am I in my opinion, like sometimes the Fool comes up in Girl World, and I don't really think it talks about innocence. Um, but it does like talk about new beginnings though. So maybe like could this be the beginning of her YouTube channel? You know, her getting the recognition on camera. You know, could this be a foundation for like what's going on with her currently, maybe in again like the community or the homestead? I'm not sure, but let's move on to the fifth card, which is it's another foundation card. It just describes something a little bit more recent. We were talking about the Two of Swords, and she is reversed. We are the lesser of two evils, no right choice, and confusion. So again, we get confusion again. So there's confusion with her currently, and there's confusion in her past. It seems like in the past she has had to make a very difficult decision. It's called the lesser of two evils or no right choice. But a choice was made, and it seems like it was the lesser of two evils. What that choice is, again, I don't know because I don't know anything about her. But it does seem like whatever that choice was, she did the best she could in that situation, despite the confusion or conflicting emotions that she might have had. And it's just funny that the foundation of the situation she's currently in started with confusion, or maybe even started with like good intentions, and it turned into confusion, and she still carries that confusion with her, that conflicting feeling. Let's move on to the sixth card. It's a peek into the future. So what do we have to hope for? The Nine of Swords, the very sad card. I believe it's grief, maybe? Hopelessness, there we go. It's anxiety, hopelessness, and trauma. So this is something that she might be looking forward to. It could be something that she has already experienced and will continue to feel into the future, or it could be something that's about to end, some sort of trauma that is about to enter, or again like some sort of anxiety that's about to enter as well. But she is talking about feeling like hopeless in the situation, which is very sad. All right, so we move on to the seventh card, and the seventh card it's her card. You know, it could be the advice of the spirits, or it could be a role that she has to play. It's something for her from the spirits. It'll be the Five of Swords. Okay, so we're talking, that is right side up. Unbridled ambition, win at all costs, and sneakiness. Really? Win at all costs and sneakiness. Okay, so it seems like it's talking about some underhand behavior. Whether it's something the spirits feel like she should do or has done. Again, I'm not sure. But definitely it's talking about ambition as well. And I just wonder, because she is showing up in like Girl World, like Amber's chat and talking to her. And I just wonder if that's like part of the ambition. Like when I was talking about the Fool and the new beginnings, I was like, maybe it's the YouTube channel. And now we're talking about ambition. And I just wonder if she is like trying, to step up in Girl World, maybe one day take the crown. I don't know. Let's continue on to the eighth card. This is an outside influence card. So it's basically how do I say it? Like how people see her, or just some sort, like whatever's on the outside of her. So it could be other people, it could be family, it could be the sun right side up. The sun is such a happy card with the baby on it. It's upright, so it's talking about joy, success, celebration, and positivity. Nice. Okay. Again, this is an outside influence, so this isn't her card. It's someone on the outside. Again, it could be reaction channels. It could be her own audience. And it's talking about joy and success and celebration. And it's funny, celebration comes up again. Because remember, celebration came up in her obstacle card. So, seems like someone seeing like the situation she's in and almost like celebrating about it. Or maybe they see like she does do something successful or like they're just showing her like some sort, like again like that positivity. Or again, like this could be like representing of a person that's in her life right now, but not sure. So let's continue. What else do the spirits have to say in the ninth card, which is inner emotion? So this is a secret fear or a secret wish that she could have. It is the world. It is reversed. So what does the world have to say about Rosie? Incompletion, no closure. It's funny we get incompletion. Because, again, like girls of Girl World, they have the cycle. Like this card shows up. It showed up in Foodie's read. But it was right side up. Because it was talking about completion. And Foodie completes cycles all the time. This one is talking about incompletion. No closure. So she doesn't finish. Something doesn't finish with her. Or again, like, this could be a secret fear that she has. That she doesn't complete this cycle, which is odd. Or maybe it's a hope. I don't know. Let's talk about no closure, and she's afraid of not having closure in regards to the situation she's in right now. All right, let's move on to the 10th card. Is the final result. The outcome card. We have the 8 of Swords. Makes me wonder about my shuffling ability. I feel like I just got half of these in my last reading. 8 of Swords. This one's reversed. It says self-acceptance, new perspective, and freedom. Oh, that's something you don't get. You don't normally get with Girl World. This self-acceptance and new perspective. And that's her outcome. Let's ask the spirits more about this outcome. Let's put these guys aside. I'll grab them. They become relevant. Spirits, can you explain this 8 of cards in Rosie's read, please? This new acceptance, new perspective, freedom. What are we talking about? Oh my goodness. Maybe I should start doubting my shuffling prowess. Okay, let's see what the spirits have to say. Ooh, they said the devil, but he's reversed. You see death, also reversed. Ooh. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, let's start with the devil. Actually, I think it's the first time I've ever gotten the devil in a Girl World reading that is reversed. I get him right side up for Chantal all the time. But he is reversed. But where is he in the... There he is. Alright. It says freedom, release, and restoring control. Again, we have freedom. Freedom in the 8 of Swords, and now freedom in the devil. It says restoring control. Alright, let's move on to death. It's also reversed. It says fear of change, holding on, stagnation, and decay. That is a common Girl World card we get. Or at least like the wordage, the fear of change and stagnation. Which is odd. Because we have, you know, release and freedom. And then here we have holding on. So it's just really strange to have those two like conflicting things. It could be in the past, present, and future order. So like perhaps one point in the past she was free and, you know, she had that some sort of control. And then we have death where it seems like, okay, well now she's afraid of change. She wants to hold on in the present. So we look at the 9 of Pentacles, which is reversed. It says reckless spending, living beyond means, and false success. And then this is in the future position in that case. Okay, so it seems like maybe the new beginnings was, you know, the Fool. Maybe that was financially driven. I wonder if this is financial. Because now that it's talking about false success as well. So this is in her future, the false success. So maybe her YouTube channel, like she thinks it's going to blow up, but in fact it's a false success. Let's ask the oracle deck that I have. It's called What's the Tea? Let me give it a couple of good shuffles. Oh wow, these cards are stiff. That does not work. All right. We're going to give it a couple of good shuffles. We're going to ask the spirits, when it comes to Rosie, what is the tea? What are you trying to tell us? Nope. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got that one. Broke. And it's funny because I got moving and running. They fell out together. Maybe that's the symbolism of the freedom that we keep seeing. Maybe the freedom is a secret, like, no one, probably not so secret, but it's a hope that she has. Maybe that's why home is an obstacle. Maybe she's trying to move out. See if the spirits have anything else for us. Again, what is the tea? Could that be why she started the channel? Why she's so ambitious? She's looking for that coin. She is a broke. Yes. Oh. I have a jumper. Aha! Clout hungry. Say anything, does anything, make shit up and dramatic. That, yeah, it seems like the spirits are in agreement that Quirky Love Rose ultimately is a clout chaser. Just looking for that coin so she can move out of the house. She's looking for that freedom. Well, not one of these had freedom. It was the devil, I remember. But yeah, looking for that freedom. I think that's what the spirits are trying to say. At least that's what I'm going to go with today. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Remember to thank the spirits for helping us out. And I hope you have a great day.